All right, let's jump right in. We're talking about something huge today, how AI is basically flipping the script for traders. It's creating a brand new edge for finding those really high probability opportunities. And don't worry, we're going to break down exactly how you can get in on this step by step.
And it really kicks off with this one big question, right? In a world just drowning in data and algorithms, is that classic trader's gut instinct, well, is it obsolete? This is really the heart of what we're digging into, because things are changing, and they're changing fast.
And this slide, this pretty much spells out the new normal. See, the real edge in trading, it's not just about that gut feeling anymore. No, it's about data-driven, probability-scored decisions. It's about knowing the odds before you put a single dollar on the line.
So, what are we really talking about here? Well, AI stock picking is basically letting these incredibly powerful algorithms do all the heavy lifting for you. I mean, just think about a platform like Danilton. It crunches over 10,000 different features for one stock every single day. That's a level of intelligence that used to be only for the big institutions, and now it's right at our fingertips.
All right, so let's get into it. Section 1, the new AI edge.
And, when you put the old way next to the new way, it's just night and day. We're moving away from relying on just gut instinct and getting into data-driven probability. We're swapping out hours of manual charting for instant AI analysis. It's a huge shift from pure guesswork to getting actual measurable scores. And maybe the best part, we're going from information overload to getting signals you can actually do something with.
Okay, but before you dive in and start using all this cool tech, you gotta have a plan, right? You can't just wing it. So that brings us to our next section, your strategy, your tools. Seriously, you have to answer these questions for yourself before you even begin. What's your time frame? Are you a swing trader holding for a few weeks? Or a day trader who's in and out before lunch? How much are you willing to risk on any single trade? You know, that classic 1 or 2% rule? And what are you even trading? US stocks? ETFs? You've got to nail this stuff down first because it helps you filter out all the noise and focus only on the AI signals that actually matter for your strategy. See, once you know your strategy, then you can pick the right tool for the job. It's like if you're a swing trader who's all about probabilities, Danilton is probably your best bet. If you just want solid, daily picks with a proven win rate, you might look at something like Prospero.ai. And hey, if you're a tech trader who wants to automate everything, TrendSpider is basically built for you. But here's the million-dollar question, right? How accurate are these things? I mean, do they actually work? Well, let's just look at the numbers. Prospero.ai's picks for 2025 hit a 60% win rate. And Danilton, since 2017, their top-rated stocks have beaten the S&P 500 by an average of almost 15% a year. I mean, come on, those numbers are pretty hard to argue with. All right, so you've picked your strategy, you've got your tool. Now what? Now we've got to learn how to speak the language. It's time for our next section, decoding the AI brain. So this is really the secret sauce right here. The best AI platforms, they aren't one-trick ponies. They look at the whole picture through these 3 pillars. You've got the technical score, which is all about price action and momentum. Then there's the fundamental score, earnings, revenue, the actual health of the company. And finally, the sentiment score, which is basically measuring the buzz online, news, social media, what analysts are saying.
And this is so important. You're not just looking for a stock with a high score of 9 or 10. No, what you're really hunting for is when all 3 of those scores, technical, fundamental, and sentiment, all line up and point in the same direction. That's the signal. When you see that alignment, the probability of the trade working out goes way, way up. That's the sweet spot.
Which naturally leads us to the hunt itself. Let's talk about how we go from all that noise out there to a clear signal. That's our next section. Think of this like a funnel, okay? You start wide at the top. First, you only look at stocks with a really high AI score. Let's say a 7, 8, 9, or 10. Then, you start to narrow things down. Filter by the sectors you're interested in. Make sure there's enough daily volume. You want to be able to get in and out easily, right? Then, check the volatility to make sure it matches your risk tolerance. And for the final check, confirm that the setup looks good on both the daily and the weekly charts. It's a system. And what's the whole point of this funnel? It's not about finding 100 different trade ideas. No way. The real goal here is to get it down to a super focused watch list of just 5 to 10 stocks, the ones you have real conviction in. It's all about quality, not quantity. Okay, so you've done the work, you've filtered down your list, you've found your targets. Now it's go time. Let's talk about executing the perfect trade. Now listen up, because this is probably one of the most important takeaways. The AI tells you what to watch, but your classic technicals, they tell you when to pull the trigger. You still need to see that confirmation. You're looking for things like a breakout on big volume, maybe a bullish candlestick pattern, or your momentum indicators like the RSI climbing above 50. The AI finds the opportunity, you find the entry.
And please, whatever you do, never enter a trade without a plan. The pros always aim for a minimum risk-to-reward ratio of 1 to 2. It's simple. For every $1 you're willing to risk, you need to have a realistic shot at making at least $2 in profit, period.
And a huge part of risk management is getting your position size right. This little formula right here, it's your best friend, I'm telling you. Just take the amount of money you're okay with risking on this trade and divide that by how far away your stop loss is. Boom. That tells you exactly how many shares to buy. It takes all the guesswork and emotion out of it. It's just simple math.
Which brings me to what might be the single most important rule of this entire process. Should you ever trust an AI pick blindly? No, never. An AI signal is an incredibly powerful starting point. Think of it as a huge clue that something interesting is happening, but it is the beginning of your homework, not the end.
You know, finding good trades is one thing, but really achieving mastery, that's a whole different ballgame. And that's what this next part is all about, the AI feedback loop. This is how you create a system to constantly get better. It's what separates the pros from the amateurs.
Your system has to be a living, breathing thing. You need to track every single trade you make. Use a journal, maybe an AI-powered one. Then, once a month, go back and ask yourself, how accurate were those AI signals? And before you decide to add a new rule or a new filter to your system, you have to backtest it. And of course, always keep one eye on the bigger picture. Are the major market trends still working in your favor?
So how do you actually get started with all this? It's pretty straightforward, really. First, just start free. Go sign up for a free trial on Danilfin or Prospero.ai. Then, paper trade. Test out this exact process for 30 days without risking any real money. Just build your confidence. Use that 3-pillar system we talked about to find 5 solid setups. Maybe join a Reddit or Discord community to learn faster. And most importantly, treat your system like it's never finished. Always be reviewing and refining.
And that's it. That's the playbook. You now have everything you need to start finding high-probability trades using AI. So really, there's only one question left to ask. What's your first AI-driven trade going to be?